Part 1. The illustrious Hollowwood Manor. Nestled deep within the mist-shrouded woods, where the very trees seemed to whisper secrets to one another, stood the grand and foreboding Hollowwood Manor. It was a mansion unlike any other, with turrets that stretched towards the heavens and ivy-covered walls that seemed to merge with the ancient forest that surrounded it. Hollowwood Manor had a history steeped in darkness and mystery. Over the centuries, it had been home to a succession of eccentric and enigmatic owners, each leaving behind whispers of madness and malevolence. The locals, who seldom ventured near the imposing structure, spoke of eerie lights flickering in its windows and strange, otherworldly sounds emanating from its depths. One autumn evening, a group of friends, drawn by the allure of the macabre, decided to explore Hollowwood Manor. Among them was Amelia, an intrepid photographer with a penchant for capturing the unexplained. She had convinced the others that a night at the haunted mansion would provide the perfect opportunity for her to hone her skills. Part 2. The Midnight Intruders. As the group approached Hollowwood Manor, the moon hung low in the sky, casting long shadows that danced eerily on the overgrown pathway leading to the mansion's imposing front door. Cobwebs adorned the wrought iron gates, and the wind whispered through the trees as if warning them to turn back. Amelia led the way, her camera slung over her shoulder, while her friends, Rebecca, Michael, and Daniel, followed nervously. They had heard the legends surrounding Hollowwood Manor, but dismissed them as mere folklore. Little did they know that their decision to venture into its depths would forever alter their perception of reality. The mansion's front door creaked open with a mournful groan as they entered, and the atmosphere inside was dense and oppressive. Dust-covered furniture lay shrouded in ghostly sheets, and the air was thick with the scent of decay. Amelia's camera flashed to life as she began to document their exploration. The group ventured through the mansion's dimly lit corridors, each step accompanied by the echoing tap of their footsteps on the agate wooden floors. Part 3. The Haunting Manifests. As they ventured deeper into Hollowwood Manor, strange occurrences began to unfold. Paintings lining the walls seemed to follow their movements with eerie, painted eyes, and the air grew colder with every step. Rebecca, always the skeptic, chuckled nervously, dismissing the unsettling sensations as mere figments of their imagination. But Michael and Daniel exchanged uneasy glances, and a sense of foreboding settled over them. Amelia, however, was undeterred. Her camera captured unexplainable orbs of light and spectral apparitions that materialized in the corner of her photos. She was convinced that they were on the cusp of documenting evidence of the paranormal. As the clock in the grand hall chimed midnight, a blood-curdling scream echoed through the mansion. It was Rebecca, who had been exploring one of the upstairs bedrooms. The others rushed to her side, their hearts pounding with fear. Part 4. The Dark Revelation. In the dimly lit bedroom, Rebecca stood frozen before an antique mirror that adorned the wall. Her reflection had twisted and distorted into a grotesque, nightmarish visage that grinned malevolently back at her. Amelia, her camera still in hand, began to capture the chilling transformation on film. She couldn't explain the phenomenon, but she knew they had stumbled upon something beyond the realm of the ordinary. Rebecca, her voice trembling, recounted seeing her own reflection reach out from the mirror as if trying to pull her into its distorted world. The others exchanged horrified glances, and dread washed over them. As they retreated from the bedroom, the atmosphere in Hollowwood Manor seemed to grow more malevolent. The walls closed in around them, and the shadows deepened. They were trapped, and there was no way out. Part 5. The Unearthly Hour. The clock in the grand hall struck an unearthly hour, and with each chime, the mansion's eerie inhabitants grew bolder. Whispered voices echoed through the corridors, and unseen hands brushed against the intruder's skin. Amelia's camera became a source of both fascination and dread. It captured images of long-forgotten faces staring back from the darkness, and ethereal figures that seemed to glide across the floors. The camera's flash illuminated the spectral world that had remained hidden for centuries. Amelia was determined to document the supernatural phenomena, even as her friends urged her to abandon her quest and flee the mansion. She believed that capturing the evidence would be the key to unlocking the mysteries of Hollowwood Manor. As they continued to explore the mansion's haunted depths, they discovered a hidden chamber, its walls adorned with intricate symbols and arcane runes. In the center of the room, a massive, ornate mirror loomed, its surface reflecting a nightmarish realm of torment and despair. Part 6. The Reluctant Revelation. Amelia, undeterred by the malevolent forces that surrounded her, stepped closer to the mirror, her camera at the ready. The others watched in helpless terror as she began to photograph the grotesque world that lay beyond its surface. Suddenly, the mirror's reflection shifted, revealing a figure trapped within its depths, an anguished soul condemned to an eternity of suffering. It was the spirit of a long-forgotten owner of Hollowwood Manor, a man who had delved too deeply into the occult and paid a terrible price. The spirit, his voice a tortured whisper, pleaded for release from his spectral prison. He implored Amelia to break the mirror's curse, to free him from the eternal torment that bound him to Hollowwood Manor. Amelia, torn between her desire to document the supernatural and her compassion for the tormented spirit, knew that she had a choice to make. She could continue to photograph the horrors of the mirror's realm, or attempt to break the curse and set the trapped soul free. Part 7. The Final Confrontation. With a heavy heart, Amelia made her decision. She turned away from the mirror and faced her friends, who had watched in silence as the spectral drama unfolded. Together, they devised a plan to break the curse that had plagued Hollowwood Manor for centuries. Using their combined knowledge of the occult and their determination to set things right, they performed a ritual that would sever the link between the mansion and the trapped spirit. The air grew charged with energy as they chanted incantations and drew arcane symbols on the mirror. The mirror's surface trembled and rippled, as if it were a pond disturbed by a stone's impact. The trapped spirit's cries grew louder, a cacophony of despair that filled the chamber. But the friends pressed on, their determination unwavering. In a blinding flash of light, the mirror shattered into 1,000 pieces, and the mansion itself seemed to quake with a final, mournful sigh. The curse had been broken, and the spirit was set free, disappearing into the unknown. Part 8. The Lingering Haunt. As the first light of dawn filtered through the shattered windows of Hollowwood Manor, the friends knew that their lives had been forever changed. The mansion, once a place of malevolence and darkness, had been cleansed of its haunting presence. Amelia's camera, which had captured the supernatural phenomena throughout the night, now contained proof of the unexplainable. But she couldn't bring herself to develop the photos, knowing that some secrets were best left undisturbed. The group left Hollowwood Manor, their hearts heavy with the weight of their experience. They knew that they had confronted the supernatural and emerged forever changed. The mansion, now a mere relic of its former malevolence, stood silent and still, a testament to the enduring power of friendship and courage in the face of the unknown. As they drove away from the haunted mansion, they couldn't help but wonder if Hollowwood Manor would forever remain a lingering haunt in their memories. A place where the boundaries between the living and the dead had blurred, and where the mysteries of the supernatural had been both terrifying and wondrous. Please subscribe, or I will haunt you down in your dreams.